Derek Moneyberg here. You're about to download some key money-making philosophies in your head with this next lesson. And once you do, go to moneyberg.com and let's accelerate your success even faster.
I hate when it's something I want to do and I can't do it because of money, you know? Anybody ever, who else hates that? Yeah, man, I would like to be in a position where that doesn't happen. The problem, my taste level keeps changing.
Damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I never want to feel that way again, you know? But it really is a choice. Like, it really is a choice. Like, victory, success is a choice, and you got to like really decide that, you know, you're not gonna, it's almost like you're not gonna rise to your actual, you're not gonna rise to your dreams or your aspirations. You're gonna fall to your standards, right? So it's less about increasing your ambition and more about, like, you know, leveling up your standards, what you're willing to accept from life, from other people, from your income. And it's, you know, I'm at a point where it's like there's a certain amount of income level that I just will not accept. You all have that. You have it now. Here's the thing. You have it now. Everyone has it. There's an income level where they start to panic, and they go, and then what happens? They go into that. The energy comes up, and they get more money. Everybody's been in a situation where they like something's happened and they needed money immediately, and obviously you guys figured it out, or you wouldn't be here, right? You've all had that situation. The thing is, like, really, like, raise your standards higher than they are now. Raise your standards. A lot of that comes from, like, honestly, mentors can do that for you really well. Like, when I first became friends, I met Owen before I met you, right? And we met through Owen. But, you know, Owen said, yo, I'm gonna be in LA. And he said, that's cool, man. You can just stay in my mansion. And I was like, I'm not there, but you can stay in my mansion. I'm like, the fuck? All right. Up until that point, I was like the most successful of my friends, making a few $100,000 a year, right? And then I got, you let me stay at the mansion. Then I don't know, my taste level changed. It's just different, that exposure. And then now it's like I'll accept like less. I said that wrong. It's like you will fall to wherever your standards are. So now my standards are higher, what I'll accept for myself, but also kind of just because I know it's possible. I know there's something more possible. You know, like, coming from where we come from, it feels hopeless. Like, I know when I go back home, I know those kids don't think they're gonna be like successful, or maybe not even fucking alive. And they're right. You know, it's not a game, right? It's for real. You know, when you start to raise your standards, I'll encourage all you guys to do that. Just like set that, you want to hit the goal number, but also like, yo, I will not accept less than this in my bank account, or I will not accept less than this a month. Like, there's a number in my head of income where motherfuckers are getting fired or yelled at, you know, like in my business. You know, you just won't accept it. You know, we just quotas, you know, and you're gonna hit them. You're gonna hit them. So like, but it could be anything. So why not make it the best? Like, why not accept nothing less than the fucking best, the best you can do? And that's something you should ask yourself. Like, looking at your current circumstances, your bank account now, it's like, fuck, is this the best I can do? I've been alive for 20, 30 years, and it's all led up to this, right? Is this the best I can do? Nah, it's not, man. But you're not accepting. I mean, you've accepted it on a subconscious level. You've accepted. You haven't went in that panic mode yet. And I would fucking panic if I didn't have. There's a certain number in my bank account that, you know, and it's higher than it used to be, where I would just fucking spaz out. And I don't know, man. You raise your standards a little bit. That's what I would say.
You know, how many of you know that you could do more than you're currently doing? I don't believe anybody would be here if that wasn't true. How many of you know you could have a lot more success? Raise your hand as high as you can if you know that you could be a lot more successful than you currently are. Now raise your hand even higher. No, and actually raise your hand as high as you fucking can right now. Yeah. And why didn't you raise your hand as far as you could have the first time? Yeah. Why didn't they do that?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. What do you think?
I think that's what when he and I keep talking about a coach or a mentor or a trainer, like that's what I said this with Carlos yesterday. I'm not a fucking athlete. I'm pretty goddamn strong, stronger than I probably look. But I'm not a fucking athlete, but I have been on some very, very high performing teams in various areas. And when I talk about this with professional athletes, it's like, well, man, that's what you do as much work as you would do by yourself, and then you give up, And then if you have fucking high quality friends around you, you're gonna do even more, because you wouldn't fit in with that peer group. You wouldn't be allowed to keep hanging out with your high quality friends if you didn't expect even more of yourself. There's what you would have settled for. Be like, no, I got to work harder because I got to maintain that peer group too. Those are good guys. I got to make sure that I'm holding myself to that standard. Yeah. And then saying, well, then I got my mentor for so and so or such and such as well. So I got to hold myself to that standard too. Gosh, I'm getting a little exhausted now. Yeah. I'm really doing good. But then you're like, but you could raise your hand fucking even higher. Yeah, I could. Oh. And then I got, I'm on this other high performing team or this other high performing fucking mentorship group over here. You say, I got to hold myself up to that standard now, etc. And you've done this time and time again. That's why you're making $20K a month at fucking 26 years old.
I have 7 mentors right now.
Say that again.
I have 7 mentors right now.
Is there any correlation with that? Man, you must be poor. You must be poor like me. You must be poor like me, paying all these mentors and coaches.
Real poor.
Yeah. And that's why he's 26 and he's fucking making fucking 20K a month. What do you expect to be making a year from now? Not a fantasy number. What's a reasonable number? You're like, yeah, I think I'm very sure that I could do this. I'm making a lot more than that, and it's like that's why you're fucking talking to me. Okay, we just see in the room, like, I talk all the time, like, you want to be in a room with a bunch of smart people. I don't know a lot about, I probably know more than the average dickhead out on the street about some of these things, but that's not saying much. That's a very low bar. But in a room of people like this, when you bring a group of people like that together, it's like, well, I just learned several things in the last few minutes about a new area. So, like you want to be around smart people that have. This right here was a great exemplification. When I say to you guys, is like, you want to have these type of people around. You guys come here to meet each other too. Was that useful for the question that you originally asked? Was this useful to have those perspectives of it? Yeah. So. A conversation like that might save you a fucking year of your life fucking around on the wrong project. A fucking 5-minute conversation like that might save you a year of your life. That's why I say this shit all the time is, why do I pay to fucking be a member of this group or that group or be around certain people? Like, well, paying that cover charge might save you a year of your fucking life just to ask that question in a room full of smart people. Might save you a lot of fucking money too. So, that's why I do those things. Or if I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about in a certain area, I'm like, you guys help me understand. And how much information, and there's probably 10 more smart comments in here between your various brains too. So you don't have to be a fucking subject matter expert at everything. There's a Henry Ford story that, a Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford. It's a story that he had some underlings, that's not the right term. He had some people on his board that were fussy with him and said, well, he doesn't know this, he doesn't know that, he's not managing things the way we think he should. And they're thinking about ousting Henry Ford from his own fucking company. And there's a story that, I don't know who it is, approaches him in his office, and he has a button on his desk, the story goes, and there are concerns you're not informed about this technology or that thing or this practice or whatever. And he says, you see that button? He said, I could press that button and anything I need to know, I could find out now, like today. And remember, this is fucking 80, 90 years ago, maybe 90-ish years ago. So I press that button, and anybody in the organization, somebody knows something that I don't know, they're going to come to my office and educate me about that. And then we'll make a decision. So, now you guys have the internet, that's nice. But then we go back to what we said 10, 15 minutes ago. Well, there's the things that you just don't fucking know. There's things, oh, great, I got the internet, I can figure it out. Why not? Were you going to come up with those answers in a Google search? I think that kind of makes the point, You got to be around other smart people. So I go out of my way to surround myself with a lot of other smart people. You have tremendous advantage. If I don't know something, I text somebody, call somebody, say some, ask a weird question with a few profane words in there, and they roughly understand what I'm saying. And say, oh yeah, Derek, just do this. Oh, cool, thanks. This video is brought to you by Moneyberg.com. I want you to go to Moneyberg.com right now to see where you can meet me live when I come to a city near you. I want you to be part of our audience. I want you to be part of our elite success programs. I want you to be part of the fun. Most importantly, I want you to ensure your success and your financial independence working with me while we travel around the world and help people live their dreams. Go to Moneyberg.com. Success is closer than you think. It's waiting for you there.